teams that wanted their rivals to win. Back in 2014, the Spurs and the Mavericks faced off in the first round of the NBA playoffs. This wasn't supposed to be an entertaining series since it was the first seed versus the 8th seed, but since both teams were rivals since they were from the same state, anything could happen. The series ended up being a tight 7-game series, and in the end, San Antonio knocked out Dallas and moved on. But what Mark Cuban said after the series ended caught everyone off guard. You see, instead of bashing the team that just eliminated his Mavericks, Cuban actually rooted for the Spurs to win the championship, not because he suddenly loved them. It was for a very specific reason that had everything to do with one man, Tim Duncan. The thing is, Cuban had been having to go up against Duncan for years at this point, and he was sick of having to face off against a top 10 all-time player consistently. So Cuban knew that if Duncan won his 5th NBA title, he might finally retire. But the craziest part is how Cuban described how he wanted it to go down. What I mean is that Cuban said he wants Duncan to hit the game winner in Game 7 of the finals, celebrate his 5th ring, and announce his retirement on the spot. But what actually happened next was brutal for Cuban. The thing is, Duncan did win that championship. The Spurs crushed the Miami Heat in the finals, but instead of retiring, Duncan came back and played for a few more seasons.